All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live to disc from the Pittsboro Roadhouse in Pittsboro, North Carolina, the Music Loft presents the Tokyo Rosenthal program.
Scribbling on a napkin by the mass pipe, up a case of numbers trying to change our lives. She cleans the table and she mutters to herself, why does he wear a hat inside this hill? We drive a car southbound tonight, packed with tension and salvation. Across 5 states, a discount motel, saving or suffocation. How long has he been slinging that hash? How much time does he have left? With those tubes in his nose and that tank of air, why is he paying off his debt? I'm paying mine off with my privacy and no relations. Will it work out smooth and retune our strings, saving or suffocation? Years on that tract of land, have you got the secret? You've digested more meals and made more stands than anyone in the nation. Time's been marked year after year as you saved all notations. Will it all fit in the car, saving or suffocation? Wait a minute, Cassidy, she takes such pride in her donations, or is she just waiting to die, saving or suffocation? Wait a minute, Cassidy, she takes such pride in her donations, or is she just waiting to die, saving or suffocation? Wow, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, you guys are great. We'll keep you for next week's show, too. Just dub you in. And another cordial welcome to the Tokyo Rosenthal program. I'm Tokyo Rosenthal, and it shows you how creative our production team was. That's the best name they could come up with for the show, was the Tokyo Rosenthal program. But we'll live with it, right? This is usually the portion of the program where I introduce the rest of the band, but you can see I'm flying solo tonight. So I'm not sure if that was a budgetary thing or not. You know, the economy's real tight, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I want to let you know that tonight we're real excited. Angela Easterling is in the house, going to be coming on a little bit later. Real excited about having Angela here, and have been ever since we booked her. So stick around, keep your dials tuned, and for those of you in-house here, keep the beer flowing and stick around here. And we're going to have a good bunch of music for you here tonight. First, as always, we have to have our nightly audience survey. Did everybody get the memo that the recession is over. Now, for those of you at home, I'm sitting here looking at 5,000 people out in our audience here, give or take a few, and not one hand went up, so nobody got the recession memo. We're just checking because I didn't get it either. I thought maybe I missed something. This has been very tough economic times. Growing up, my grandfather, we called him Poppy Jack, and Poppy Jack used to tell me about his Great Depression. Not a clinical depression. They didn't have depression back in the 30s, the clinical depression like we have right now, but we're talking economic depression. And he never thought that it would ever come back again, that there'd be such kind of economic distress like we're having right now. So Poppy Jack influenced this next song. It's really a futuristic song. It's a song about 30 years from now, there's a little boy sitting on somebody's doorstep, maybe it's my doorstep, and saying, gee, how did we get into that economic mess back early in the century? And hopefully he says, you know, that ended in 2015, instead of saying that went on and on and on and on. And so that's a tune off my Ghost album called Mr. Tell Me About the Great Depression. Wasn't no place to hide, no place to sit out the ride. Seems like they hadn't learned our lesson. Mister, tell me about the Great Depression. Spent it all on war and oil, put our heads in the mortgage soil, enjoyed the free lunch and asked for a pension. Mister, tell me about the Great Depression. Did we really start that war? Superpower ain't smart no more. Did they really lie about what for? Mister, tell me about the Great Depression. They sat before the commission, couldn't account for the deception. Tried to print more but made no impression. We voted them our public trust, and they turned it all to rust. It came after they stole the election. Mister, tell me about the Great Depression. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. I heard a rumor they could have cured that tumor. Mister, tell me about the Great Depression. Thank you very much, and thanks to Poppy Jack for being such a great inspiration. I grew up outside of New York City in a little town called Valley Stream. Anybody here from Valley Stream? I didn't think so. And I grew up mostly listening to AM radio, and then we had FM radio shortly after that, and because it wasn't exactly a hotbed of country and blues over in Long Island, you know. So we had the FM radio to teach us about those things, and teach me about this next song, which I pulled off of there, called Hesitation Blues. nickel is a nickel, dime is a dime. You get new love, she won't mind. Tell me how long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? Lord, must hesitate. Went down the corner, 4th Street in Maine, trying to get some good cocaine. Tell me how long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? Lord, must hesitate. Cocaine for horses, not for men. Doc say you kill you, but he don't know when. Tell me how long do I have to wait? Can I get you now? Lord, must has. Can I get you now? Lord, must has. Can I get you now? Lord, must hesitate. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to take a little break for you right now before we bring Angela out. And tell you a little bit about one of our sponsors, the Music Loft in Carrboro, North Carolina. Everybody know the Music Loft? If you don't, you should. Got to tell you, this is the best music store in the Triangle area, bar none. Amazing collection of new, used, and vintage guitars, mandolins, banjos, keyboards, and drums. And a great selection of gear to keep your instruments running well. You want your instruments running well, don't you? So you got to go over there, right? Need a lesson? Of course you do. If you need a lesson, check in with them because the finest pickers around are teachers there. Finally mention the Tokyo Rosenthal program and they'll give you a free gift. Can't do better than that, right? Get a free gift. Once again, they're located at 116 West Main Street in Carrboro. Google the Music Loft Carrboro for more info. Those of you listening out of the area or out of the country, get in your car, take a plane, start a caravan, but get to the Music Loft. By the way, for those of you listening at home too, if you want to get a copy of Tokyo's Fifth, my latest album, go to TokyoRosenthal.com and let's see, numbers 10 and 15 email that we receive will get you a free CD. People have to pay $10 for it right here tonight at the Music Loft. You could get one copy for free. So hang around. We're going to be back with Angela Easterling. Give her applause. All right, we're back here at the Pittsboro Roadhouse in Pittsboro, North Carolina, on the Tokyo Rosenthal program. Well, I want to mention, for those of you listening on radio, you can also catch the show on YouTube. And if you like what you're seeing, then you're going to want to visit In Focus Studios and our main man, Jeff Phillips, who provides all of our video and photography services. He'll provide those services for you, too. So check them out at www.infocusstudio.com. That's www.infocusstudio.com. Tell Jeff Phillips Tokyo told you to go there. I'm real excited about our next guest here tonight. I've been getting hits on my website and on Facebook and from all over the world, literally. A guy hit me from England who was excited about her coming on the show and made me excited about her coming on the show too. And I've heard her music and had the opportunity to see her before. So without further ado, from South Carolina, let's introduce Angela Easterling.
Thank you.
Someday
right, this next song, that was the happy song, by the way. We'll get back to the depressing stuff now. Just kidding. But this song is one that we wrote and recorded last year and released as a single. It's a cheerful little number called the Arkansas Murder Ballad.
How about that for Angela Easterling, huh? All right. All right, Angela's giving signals right now to the sound man here, and well, you can speak into the mic. You can tell them you want more audio on your vocal.
Yeah.
All right. We heard you pretty good. Yeah. All right. Well, first of all, thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. We're glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Let's start off by telling me who you're accompanied by on that hot guitar.
This is Brandon Turner from Pacolet, South Carolina.
Hey, folks.
All right.
Hey, thank you all.
And I generically introduced you as being from South Carolina, but can you be a little more specific? Where are you from?
We're from the upstate of South Carolina. We live in Greer, which is kind of between Greenville and Spartanburg.
Oh, we got some people here. So
Wow,
you
they
brought
know
them?
where that is. It's known as the upstate.
Upstate, okay. You got a lot going on right now. Let's see. You said you got a new CD that you're working on. They're starting to work on anyway.
That's right. We're going to be recording my 5th album. We're going to start recording this August in Nashville. And really looking forward to doing that. That last song we just did will be on there.
Now, let me just guess here. A lot of people may not know this. Angela just had a baby.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
We're new parents. We've got a 1-year-old little boy.
How about that? Back out on the road. How influential is the baby on the new songs?
Very, very. I mean, it's a complete universal shift in my life, and it's changed everything for me. So a lot of the new songs deal with that kind of combining motherhood and a music career and just the huge change that's been in my life in the last year.
All right. Well, by the way, you say, and obviously from the accent too, you're from South Carolina, but
Right.
you've lived all over the place.
Yeah, I went to college in Boston, big Red Sox fan.
We don't want to... wait a minute. Wait, no. Okay. I'll let that pass.
And then I also lived in Los Angeles for a while after that and loved living out there. And moved back to South Carolina a few years ago to really focus on doing music and touring. Found it a lot easier to tour being based in the Carolinas than it was in Los Angeles. So that was the main reason I moved back here.
All right. Well, speaking of touring, and where are you going from here?
Well, we're heading out to the coast tomorrow. We'll be playing in, I think, Southport near Wilmington. And then we're heading back to Raleigh. We'll be in Raleigh on Saturday night. And then on from there, all over the place. I think we're going to be in Western North Carolina next weekend in Brevard.
All right. Well, Brevard's nice. That's a cool town. Okay. Well, you think we can get you after we pay a few bills with a few commercials, come back, play a few more songs?
Yeah, be glad to.
And maybe you'll even let me sit in with you later on with the
let's
two of
do
you.
it.
All right. Angela Easterling. We'll be right back. Stay with us. The Pittsburgh Roadhouse on the Tokyo Rosenthal program. By the way, all the sound tonight is provided by our great sound man, Lynn Hoffman from www.hoffmanguitarsandsound.com. If you want to have anything from custom-built guitars, speaker systems, sounds, installation for music venues, churches, schools, studios, home theaters, any of that sort of stuff, and even repairs for that old equipment, get a hold of Lynn Hoffman at www.hoffmanguitarsandsound.com and tell him that Tokyo sent you. Maybe I'll get a commission or something off of that. You never know. And now, we're really pleased to have back here play us a few more tunes, Angela Easterling.
Thank you.
Brother will bear a heavy burden, and late at night he still calls my name. He wants to throw his arms around me. No one can know my brother's pain. Father will bear a heavy burden, and late at night he still calls my name. He wishes somehow
Thank you. That song's called Field of Sorrow. Well, the next song we're going to do is one I wrote about my family's farm. We live on a farm in Greer, South Carolina, on land that's been in my family since 1791. And it's still a working family farm to this day. And in fact, our son represents the 9th generation of my family to be on this land. So it's something that we're really proud of, to have something that goes back so long, and we don't take it for granted. But it's been rough in recent years because there's been so much real estate development in the area. It's a really quickly growing area, and a few years ago they took a bunch of our land to make a new road, treated my family real bad in the process, and it made me really mad, so I wrote a song about it. And this is a title song on my second album, and it's called Blacktop Road.
They got telephone poles where our trees had been, ripped up our pasture, put a sidewalk in. Progress that you've gotta go. We're gonna lay us a blacktop road. We're gonna lay us a blacktop road. Well, they tore down the house my great granddaddy built when my grandpa was born and my mama took her first step. Yeah, but nobody cared about the stories and told. The spot was just right for a blacktop road. It was a perfect spot for a blacktop road. Blacktop road, blacktop road. They're gonna lay them a blacktop road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out of the way of that blacktop road. Grandma planted these flowers back when she was my age. They still bloom here every year, though she's gone to her grave. Road, they're gonna cover them over. Blacktop road, yeah, yeah. Blacktop road, blacktop road. They're gonna lay them a blacktop road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out the way of that blacktop road. Get out the way of that blacktop road. How this can't happen in the USA. Said you better shut up, we'll take your farm away. Oh, they thought they'd be friendly, maybe throw us a bone. It's like a family name on that blacktop road. Now family names on that blacktop road. Yeah, yeah, blacktop road, blacktop road. They're gonna lay them a blacktop road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out the way of that blacktop road. Blacktop road, blacktop road. They're gonna lay them a blacktop road. Don't you try to complain, do as you're told. Get out the way of that blacktop road. Get out the way of that blacktop road.
Thank you. It's Brandon Turner on that guitar there. All right, well, we're going to play one more little song for you here, and this is one that we mentioned I had lived in Los Angeles for a while, and this is one I wrote when I was living out there. And I always tell people I never appreciated the guys back home until I moved out to L.A. and met the men in L.A. It's like a completely different breed of males with way more hair products than I have, and like lots more pairs of shoes than I have, and take longer to get ready than I do. And anyway, it kind of made me miss the guys back home that I'd always taken for granted. So I wrote this song in honor of them, and it's called Truck Driving Man. Now, you don't have to drive a truck to be a truck driving man. You can drive any kind of vehicle and still be a truck driving man. However, if you take longer to get ready than I do, you're probably not a truck driving man.
the day would end. Came to California where the boys are so pretty, their hair's full of gel and their clothes are never dirty. It leaves my heart longing for the simple satisfaction of a truck driving man. Now he can be from the hills, he can be from the swamp, it really don't matter to me. Just let me watch him fix my car, and Lord, I'm an ecstasy. Curl up and listen to some old Johnny Cash. He smells like tobacco and the bourbon in his glass. But Lord, have mercy, I think about my truck driving man. All I want, truck driving man. Loaded up, fired up, and running the way you can. Give him your key, you'll understand. Lord, I don't want a doctor, I don't want a lawyer, I want a truck driving man. Now, girls, you might question my line of thought here, so let me just explain. So if you never had a man that works with his hands, then you probably think I'm insane. But just take a little break from that sophistication. Walk right down to your nearest filling station. Introduce yourself to your knight shining diesel, your own truck driving man. All I want, truck driving man. Loaded up, fired up, and running the way you can. Give him your keys, you'll understand. Lord, I don't want a doctor, I don't want a lawyer, I want a truck driving man. Said I don't want a doctor, I don't want a lawyer, I want a truck driving man. He may have grown up the hard way. You know his mama raised him right. He'll treat you just like that. You'll never like what you try. A truck driving man. Don't want a doctor, don't want a lawyer, I want a truck driving man.
Angela Easterling, everybody. Wow. Is she great?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Angela has been nice enough, and her record label nice enough, to give us 3 CDs to give away to the people at home. So the first 3 CDs I get that say, send me Angela's album, we'll get one. Go to TokyoRosenthal.com, hit the contact section, and we'll make sure to get you one. And we're going to take a quick break after I tell you a little bit more about the Music Loft. And Angela, you and Brandon, let me sit in maybe. We'll play a song together.
That'd be good.
Act like it's very spontaneous
Let's do it.
and all. Yeah, all right. All right, we'll be back with that. But first, all guests on the Tokyo Rosenthal program receive a gift certificate to the Music Loft in Carborough, North Carolina. That's worth the trip here alone, isn't it? Right, Angela? Right? Okay. Can't say enough good things about the folks there who make you feel at home the second you walk in the door, no matter how young or old. Whether you're an expert or a beginner, high budget or starter budget, this is the store for you. And again, visit the store and mention the Tokyo Rosenthal program and get a free gift. And Lynn Hoffman will also come over and cook you dinner. That's part of the deal. 116 West Main Street in Carborough, North Carolina, the Music Loft. We'll be right back. All right, back here at the Roadhouse right now in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. And Angela and Brandon been kind enough to let me sit in here with them and play a duet. And I think we were communicating back and forth and trying to figure out what could we possibly play together, and we finally landed that we're both Emmylou Harris fans. And,
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, why not? And so we came up with this next tune called From Boulder to Birmingham. I don't want to hear a love song. I got on this airplane just to fly, and I know there's folks below me, but all that you can show me is a friend in the sky. And I don't want to hear a sad story full of heartbreak and desire. The last time I felt like this, I was in the wilderness and the canyon was on fire, and I stood on the mountain in the night and I watched it burn, watched it burn, watched it burn. I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in a saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see your face.
Well, you really got me this time, and the hardest part is knowing I'll survive. I've come to listen for the sound of the trucks as they move down 905 and pretending it's the ocean coming down to wash me clean, to wash me clean. Baby, do you know what I mean?
I would rock my soul
in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life
in a saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham
if I thought I could see
your face. I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in a saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see your face. If I thought I could see your face. If I thought I could see your face. Thank you so much for coming out here tonight. Thanks to Angela and Brandon.
Thank you, Tokyo.
You guys can play us on out if you like. And remember again to get those free CD giveaways at TokyoRosenthal.com. Tune in next week. And thanks to everybody here at the Roadhouse, Greg and Honora, Lynn Stewart, Jeff Phillips, the Music Loft, Anthony Wellman, all of our affiliates. Good night, Carrie. I'm coming home.